Maybe you're experiencing some really personal challenges. That's real and it's a part of life. And so I want to share little snippets of what is helping me through and hope that it can help you through also. So what can we do to honor that pain and suffering and at the same time achieve our goals and find peace, solace, and success in the new year? Happy New Year. I hope that you are well and I thank you for being here. If you are new, my name is Lauren. I make videos about my life and my PhD journey. In today's video, I want to talk about how we can level up in the new year. What does that mean? I am speaking to those of us who have had a challenging start to the new year. I want to talk about health, career, and personal goals. Maybe you have all of these ambitions. Maybe you would love to see yourself level up, heal from those chronic health challenges that you've been facing, get a promotion, finish your degree, and rediscover yourself through the midst of all of the depression or anxiety that you've been facing. But maybe you're experiencing some really personal challenges. Some of you may know that Sorry. I'm not going to cry this whole video, I promise. But I know that there are many of us out there who are struggling with something right now, whether it be the loss of a parent or a loved one. Maybe you lost your job, you're lost in your career, maybe you've gone through a breakup. We all face these challenges throughout our lives. And it can be really difficult when we are wanting to have a fresh start, launch into a new year, but we feel like, how do I do it? How do I get out of bed in the morning? How do I make progress on my goals? What's the point in even having goals, right? That's real and it's a part of life. And so I want to share little snippets of what is helping me through and hope that it can help you through also. My father passed away on Christmas Eve after 2 years with pancreatic cancer, and I truly feel that he is at peace, and I'm so thankful for that. But it has been really, really difficult. Maybe you've gone through something similar where you've dealt with great loss recently, and even I think when we know that it's a part of life or that it's for the best. Your loved one is in a better place now, they're no longer suffering, or that wasn't the right job for you anyway, you were stagnant, you weren't growing, or that wasn't the right relationship, it wasn't healthy, that's not the person you want to spend forever with, but it doesn't change the fact that it still is really difficult. So what can we do in the new year to honor that pain and suffering and at the same time make moves so that we can level up, achieve our goals, and find peace, solace, and success in the new year? The first thing that I want to talk about is health, because I think as PhD students, as young professionals, and just as people in a modern world, it's easy to neglect our health. Chronic health conditions are more common than I would even like to believe. I know for myself, as I have shared some of my experiences with health over the past 6 months, there are a lot of you that are struggling with similar things. And so for me this year, I want to focus in on my health and come at it from a variety of different approaches. I've spoken before about the importance of exercise, and I think exercise can be a little bit intimidating. We're not all athletes, myself included. And so I think for a lot of us, it's like, how can I integrate some sort of exercise practice into my daily life without it being overwhelming, expensive, time-consuming, etc. For me, it can just mean a quick 5-minute yoga flow in my pajamas, right? Get out of bed, roll out the mat or a towel, or just go onto a carpet and get a little bit of stretching in. It's simple, it gets the blood moving, and I think it's a really easy and attainable way to start that movement practice. And what I've noticed for myself is at the end of the day, I can look back, realize I have done that, and it just makes me feel a little bit proud of myself and like I'm on the right trajectory. It can also inspire other healthy habits throughout the day. I got a little bit of movement in, I find myself drinking more water, I remember to take my vitamins, and I even make lunch at home. I also am planning to dive back into some of my holistic health practices this year. So I want to get back into acupuncture, which I personally have found to be extremely effective in the past. Trying to get a little bit more sunshine, which can be difficult where I am in the winter, but when I see that the sun is shining, just even stepping out onto my back porch for a few minutes and soaking up a bit of sun, I think can go a really long way for both my mental and my physical health. So think about what it is that you need to focus on. Is it exercise, journaling practice, maybe some meditation? What is it that you can integrate in order to calm the mind and heal the body? The second thing that I want to touch on is career. So I know a lot of us want to make some big career moves this year. I know for me personally, last year wasn't the most successful year for me. I don't know, I just personally, there are no specifics that I look back on and think, wow, that was a big one for me. I guess I did win an award, but for me, it just wasn't the year. So what can we do? I think one helpful thing has always been setting really explicit goals, putting them into a spreadsheet, writing them down each day, reminding ourselves what those goals are and making sure that they're attainable. I'm a big proponent of just putting a few things on the to-do list each day, really honing and focusing in on those. I also am planning to work with less research assistants this semester. I find that if I am juggling too much management, it seems like nothing really gets done effectively. And so I'm kind of pulling back a little bit. Rather than thinking about, okay, what all do I need to do to achieve my goals? Maybe think about how you can achieve it with the most minimal effort, right? So how can you actually pull back on some things in order to prioritize what really is important to you? And that can require a little bit of reflection about what is it that matters to me most. But giving ourselves a little bit of space for that reflection is really, really valuable. And then the third category for how we can level up this year is personal. I am obviously going through the process of grief, and at the same time I am planning a wedding. Sam and I have set a date. It's kind of this interesting duality that I'm experiencing right now. And the one thing that has really helped me is spirituality. So my relationship with God. I do read the Bible every single day, and that has helped me a lot. I've been doing that for like a year and a half now, a little over a year. That might not be the answer for you. So you have to find what it is that will help you through and will ground you and give you a sense of hope even during difficult times, because not only are we maybe healing from something that has happened within the past year, but we don't know what the future holds, right? We can be hopeful, but we don't know what the future holds. And so I think having something that we can come back to each day that can remind us of the goodness in the world is really valuable. So when I think of personal, I think of spiritual growth. I think of ways that I can overcome some of my anxiety and my fears that I experienced. I'm hoping this year to continue to connect back with the things that I was interested in when I was younger, which I know for me is things like writing and fashion and home. And I really want to dive back into those things because they fill my cup. I feel like they fill me up spiritually, and that can only benefit all other avenues of my life, be it health or career and so forth. I hope you found these thoughts helpful. I would love to know what you're going through right now. Let's come together as a community. I know when I shared my tribute to my dad on my Instagram yesterday, you all were so supportive. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You all were so supportive, and it helps so much knowing that I'm not alone. And so I want you to know that you are not alone either in any of your experiences. Like I said, whether you've lost a parent, a sibling, a loved one, a job, a relationship, whatever it may be, we need to all be here for one another and support one another. So I thank you for being here. I am probably running late. Nope, not quite. I have 20 minutes until my meeting. This is my first meeting. Yesterday was my first day back to work, and I might have taken it a little far, but I am currently working on writing up the results section of a manuscript that consists of 4 different experiments. My camera just notified me I think I'm running out of space, but I'm thankful for my work. It has helped to have something to dive back into. And I was struggling yesterday. It was my saddest day so far, and I asked for a sign, and last night I dreamt of a hummingbird, and I looked up the meaning, and I'll post it maybe here on the screen, but it definitely felt like a sign, and so I'm really thankful for that. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to share all of this. I might cut some of it because I don't want to be waterworks the whole video. I hope that this video has been uplifting, even though I obviously am grieving and dealing with a lot of sadness, but again, I hope that we can help inspire one another and encourage one another that we can do this, we can make it through, and we can still have a wonderful year and level up and achieve those goals and find ourselves again, even through challenges. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next one.
You